back to back. We just won the Champions League back to back. And not only was last year's Champions League our first ever Champions League in our history, not only is this year's Champions League our second Champions League in history, we defeated Arsenal. I can confidently say we defeated Arsenal, and in my opinion, I think we were the better team. Through that whole 90 minutes, yes, there were a lot of periods where Arsenal were better, but there were also a lot of periods where PSG were better. And I think, honestly, that game is very much a coin flip. I mean, it went to penalties. At the end of the day, I do think PSG were the better team. And I am extremely happy, obviously. But going into the game, I was probably the most nervous of a game I've ever been in my entire life. I was so fucking nervous. And I really thought Arsenal were going to clinch it. In that first 6 minutes when Kai Havertz got that chance, I wanted to rip my fucking heart out of my chest. That was fucking horrible. The defending was horrible. Safronov didn't do anything. Marquinhos looked like shit in that one chance. I was fucking terrified. I really thought Arsenal were going to take it. But we held on. Ref calls here or there. Honestly, I know there's going to be a lot of talk about the referee in this game. People saying, oh, it's rigged against Arsenal. Oh, it's rigged against PSG. There were a lot of chances I thought maybe should have been penalties. There were all like that. On the Kai Havertz chance, for example, the ball bounces off of Trossard's hand. His hand's like right here, and it bounces off. So I could see a referee canceling the goal out for that. I could see it. I don't think you do because it's in the silhouette or whatever, but I can see it happening. Same thing with the Saka chance. Or no, it wasn't a chance, but the ball fell down or whatever. Saka tried to kick it. He missed it. It touched one arm and then it touched the other. In my opinion, if I'm a referee, I'd call that a pen. You can call that a penalty. That's a penalty shot right there. That's a 1-0 up. And the game really could have gone either way. And I'm looking at the lineup right now. And going in, I saw this Arsenal lineup, and I was like, this Arsenal lineup is not strong. But I need to clap it up for Arsenal here. I am one of the biggest Arsenal haters. The team I hate the most is Arsenal. Of all time, I fucking hate Arsenal with all my heart and soul and blood. I fucking hate Arsenal. But you know what? I have to give respect, and Arsenal played a good game today. They played a really good game. Kai Havertz, I mean, he got that first goal. He didn't really do much after that. Odegaard, I don't think played that well. Saka and Trossard, though, I think both played very, very well. Lewis Skelly played really well today, especially in the midfield with Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves, who I think all three were great today, especially Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz was a part of like every single play today. All three of them were incredible. He still showed out, and I need to give my props to, in my opinion, the best midfielder in the world. You can argue Vitinha. You can argue Pedri, but Pedri didn't have a great season today. You can argue Bruno Fernandes. And honestly, you can even argue, this is a Chelsea fan coming out of me, but you can argue Reece James. When Reece James played midfield, he's there. But in my opinion, the best midfielder in the world is Declan Rice, and he had an absolute excellent game today. It was fucking incredible. I was genuinely scared watching this guy. I was terrified. This guy is next level. He is insane. It sucks that, what is he, 20? Yeah, he's 27 years old. So he probably only has about 3 to 4 years left in him. But if he can make those years count, he could be an all-timer in the Prem. I'm so serious. Looking at their center back, obviously Mosquera and Hincapié. Great games today. On this defense, this Arsenal defense of this like back five, if you will, of Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié, Mosquera, and Raya were insane today. Just locking shit up. The only thing, like, negatively you could say is that pen the Mosquera gave away. And honestly, you can even argue that's a second yellow as well. That's a red card. You can even argue it's a pen and a red, because that is a blatant foul on Cavada. I don't know why they were checking it, but whatever. Just looking on the other side, I think the The thing is I think this was very much like a chess match. Like, I know that sounds cringe, but where, like, both teams were just playing so well. I know a lot of people are going to say that PSG didn't play well. I think PSG played very well. The problem is that Arsenal are just so physically dominant and were also playing to, like, their peak ability that it was hard for PSG to really do anything. Like, it's hard to do that. Like, you can't just win off player talent. And Mikel Arteta, he had a great game today. I think he made some good subs. I think his lineups were good. I think his tactics were incredible. He had a really, really good game today. Everyone really did. Like, this was a great final. This was a great, great final. I think this is the first final in like six years that a team doesn't keep a clean sheet. Went to pens, obviously. I don't know, not much to talk about. I was fucking sweating my balls off. I was so fucking worried, but I do think PSG were the better team, and I wish I could have filmed my reaction to who was it? It wasn't Eze. It was well, Eze did miss a pen, but it was someone else that missed. It was Gabriel. I remember. Gabriel, when he missed his pen, you should have seen me. I was standing up right in front of the TV, holding my Star David, praying to God that Gabriel misses that penalty. I was praying to God for all those Arsenal players that they missed the penalty. And Nuno Mendes, please get him off penalty duty. Please do not have him try to do a pen ever again. Make him like before the goal or after the goalkeeper. Because we saw in the World Cup final, this guy cannot do pens. We saw here, he cannot do pens. But honestly, it was just a great save by David Raya. Bro, David Raya, honestly, even though we won, he might deserve man of the match. He was insane today. He was fantastic. Our subs came on. I really like our subs. I think they did well. Bradley Barcola specifically, he was really dangerous. He just didn't have that final ball, but he was really, really dangerous. Zaire Emery came on and looked really, really good. Gonçalo Ramos came on. He looked decent. Zabani and Beraldo didn't have to do much, but, you know, they did their jobs. Just looking at this lineup, I got to give props to our PSG midfield right here. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and João Neves. That might be the best. Not even might be. I'm going to make the statement right now. That is the best midfield trio in the world. Easily. Barcelona with their Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, and I don't even know who their third is. Fermin Lopez. Doesn't touch it. I mean, Arsenal, if they had a full healthy lineup, it would be Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard, or Eze, or whatever. Doesn't touch it. Who else? Man City, they have Cherki. I guess not really Bernardo Silva anymore, but Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Doesn't touch it. Like, and it's by far, this is the best midfield trio in the world. And honestly, this front four as well played really well. Kvara, he looked decent today. He just didn't look as dangerous. He looked a bit frenzied. It was very weird because he actually looked a bit nervous, which I don't see a lot from Kvara. Kvara usually doesn't look nervous at all, but he looked pretty nervous during this game. And yeah, I think it was good. Subbed out Doué. Oh my God, Doué had an incredible game. Doué's been really, really good. Dembele, besides that goal, he wasn't anything great. I think our offensive talent just wasn't fantastic today, but the bar is set so high because every day we're fantastic. Every day, every game in the CL, we're fantastic. So the bar is already set just so high for these players to be like the best in the world. And I'm looking at our back line here. Nuno Mendes, probably our best player on the pitch. He was fucking incredible today. Nuno Mendes, Fabian, it's close, bro. It's either like, besides our midfield trio, who are probably our top three, I'll give it to Nuno Mendes because this brother looked like a winger at times. He was dicing shit up. He looked like a better dribbler than Kvara at times. He was putting Saka and Mosquera on skates. And he had he was insane defensively too. Nuno Mendes is easily the best fullback in the world. And I don't care what anyone says. Honestly, he's better than Hakimi in my opinion. Hakimi's incredible. He was incredible today. He's a generational player, but Nuno Mendes is that guy. He is the best fullback in the world. I don't care about Trent. I don't care about Reece James. I don't care about Jurrien Timber, who didn't even start today. Nuno Mendes looked better than Mosquera and Hincapié. And he is better. He looked better and he is better. I don't care about DiMarco. I don't care about Calafiori. Who else is there? Nico O'Reilly. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly's an incredible player. Looked insane against Arsenal. Nuno Mendes is just that guy. He is just so much better. And you know what? Yes, he missed his penalty, but he is just that good of a player. You can miss a penalty and no one gives a fuck because you're that good. Pacho as well, incredible game. He made some incredible passes today. Yes, I'm just going to look at the stats because I know we had a shitload of passes and shots and all that. I'm just looking at the stats and I see all blue, but that doesn't really matter. 887 passes to 285. 91% accurate passes from PSG. 69% from Arsenal. Own half, opposition half. Same amount of accurate long balls, which is kind of funny. Well, we had a higher percentage, but whatever. Higher accurate crosses. They had more throw-ins. We had more touches in the opponent box, almost 4 times as much, and we had 0 offsides. I'm so happy. I'm really trying not to show it today. I'm really trying not to show it. But I am so happy. I am, man, because this team is one of the best teams I've ever watched in my entire life. The way they play, how cohesive they are, the teamwork, the tactics, it's all perfect, man. It's all perfect. And yes, you could say, oh, they play in Ligue 1. Yes, you could say they pay off the refs. Yes, you could say, oh, they get a month off every fucking UCL game. You can say all of that, but it doesn't change the fact that we won the Champions League twice and convincingly. It doesn't change that. It doesn't change. You know what's going to happen 20 years in the future when they look at the history books? They're going to look at João Neves and they're going to say, oh my God, what an insane midfielder. One of the greatest midfielders that's ever played this sport. They're going to look at Vitinha and be like, oh my God, what a generational midfielder. One of the best midfielders to play the sport. They're going to look at Nuno Mendes. They're going to look at Hakimi and Kvara and Dembele and Doué and Fabian Ruiz and fucking Mayulu, who didn't even come on today. And they're going to say, wow, that team was incredible. And it doesn't matter what happened. And I know you could argue, oh, the ref was against Arsenal. I don't even personally feel like, honestly, if anything, first half, it looked like the ref was against PSG for that first half. And by the way, can I just say what an incredible call by the referee for that Madueke penalty. Madueke literally grips him and pulls him down. So I don't know how that would be a penalty. I don't know why all the Arsenal players get fucking pissed. Incredible call by that referee. A fantastic call by that ref. God, we did it, man. We really did it. We really won twice in a row. Honestly, this season, I think we won a double. We might have won a triple. I don't even know. A treble, not a triple. I'm a fucking idiot. Now, next year, am I expecting to win the Champions League again? Fuck no. Honestly, if the entire team wants to go on a fucking sabbatical and not even, and the entire first team doesn't even want to play, and we get 4th in Ligue 1 and get knocked out in the playoffs, fine. I don't care. I don't. I mean, I know if it actually happens, I'm going to care. But Luis Enrique, you brought me 2 Champions Leagues. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves, you brought me one of the best midfield trios I've ever watched in my entire life. Kvara, Dembele, Doué, Barcola. You brought me some of the most fun attacking talent I've ever watched in my entire life. Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, you brought me a new way to look at the sport through a fullback size. I thought fullbacks were kind of useless, honestly. If there's a player on the pitch that doesn't really matter that much, I thought it would be fullbacks. But no, you two just dominate the pitch all the time. Just dominate. That game was actually fantastic. That was a fantastic game. PSG, I think, deserve it. You can, you know, have your qualms or whatever. I feel like I said this a million times, but that was incredible. But you know what? I'm going to make this final statement. I'm going to end the video. Dembele should not win the Ballon d'Or. I don't know. First off, I don't know how the fuck he won Liga or Player of the Season. It should have been Lepal. It should have been Panicelli. It should have been literally anyone else. Honestly, if you want to do a PSG player, pick Vitinha. He's actually played a lot of minutes and he's been very good in Liga. So pick Vitinha. But I don't know. Or maybe even like pick Endrick. But Endrick came in January, so I don't even know if you can. Or maybe like pick the Lens Tuavin or whatever his name is, the Lens midfielder. He's been great. Mamadou Sangre, very, very good player. Who else? Who else plays on loans? Said or whatever his name is. Pick any of them. Like don't pick Dembele. Like that's stupid. And then yeah, he should not win the Ballon d'Or at all, in my opinion. I mean, it really depends on this World Cup, but Mbappe, Yamal, Harry Kane. Not in that order, but those are like the three that I'm like, has to be one of them. Has to be. But if England win the World Cup, you give it to Harry Kane. If Mbappe wins, or if France win the World Cup, which is basically just Mbappe, you give it to Mbappe. Or, honestly, it really depends on Dembele plays. If Dembele really like shows up, yeah, give it to Dembele. But I really doubt he will. I mean, I love him, but he's not that player that really shows up for his national team. And then if Spain win, give it to Yamal. If Spain win the World Cup, give it to Yamal. If Argentina win, give it to Nico Paz. That might be the play. Honestly, if Argentina win, please do not give it to Messi. That brother has been so fucking... If you watch the MLS, bro, it's like, it's actually a fake league. I watch the MLS because I live in America and I want to support the American talent that comes to the league. And there's some actually decent American talent in there. Messi is fucking... It's like he's shit, but everyone else around him is just that bad. Like it's actually kind of embarrassing how bad the MLS is. Like it's so egregiously bad. Like it's really horrible. Next game I'm gonna watch and I might make a video about. I'm gonna watch the friendly between Ecuador and Saudi Arabia. I don't think anyone fucking cares, but in conclusion, PSG, we're going for the third. Great game. A lot of fun. Probably took like at least 15 years off my life. And thanks for watching. And I will be there next year. And we will be at the CL final and we will win again.